Hello and welcome. I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Collectors Club figure subscription service Pretender Megatron, and I love this toy. So this is sort of kind of a part two to the video that came out earlier in the week with Optimus Prime. This guy was originally released in April of 2017 as part of a set that was only available in the Transformers Collectors Club. You had to be part of the subscription service to receive these figures. Now, they are shutting down the club, they're shutting down the subscription service, they're shutting all of that down. So they're having a big clearance sale on the website. So you can go right now, even if you're not a member, go online and buy these guys. They're currently, as of the time of the recording, still available in the club store. So, Megatron here is a double Pretender, and first thing we're going to look at here is the shell. You guys know that I've been getting into Pretenders a lot lately, and I'm having a lot of fun with them, and I'm really enjoying this guy. I really love the design on this guy. As I understand it, this is a repaint of the Master Force Grand Maximus. So I suppose the repaint of Fortress Maximus, the head part, was at some point intended to be a headmaster. He is a headmaster. He was intended to be a Pretender as well. And this would have been the shell for him. This is not something that we ever got in the States, but it did get a release overseas. So we're finally getting one here. And I love the design on this guy. It's not even trying to look like a human. I really don't know, what would be the point of being a Pretender that looks, it's a robot pretending to look like a robot. To me, that's what it looks like, and I think it's crazy, and I absolutely love it. The shell here is approximately 7.5 inches tall. He did come with some weapons. Now, these are not weapons that were originally part of G1. These are more modern weapons. This sword here, I recognize this as the sword that comes with the Titan Returns Optimus Prime mold. So the Optimus Prime, the G2 Optimus Prime, and even the I think also Octane. I may be wrong on that one because I don't have Octane, but I do have the two molds of Optimus Prime, and they both came with this sword. So I do recognize this sword from those guys. And then this weapon here is not a G1, and as I understand it, this is also a Titan's Return gun, though I don't recognize it. I don't know where this gun comes from. So it's from some figure that I don't have. So there you go. There's that. And as you saw already, Megatron's shell can hold them in either hand. And that's pretty much it for the weapons. Articulation for the shell is the standard Pretender articulation. Arms can go up and down, and that's about it. And in the case of this guy, you can't even go all the way around because of the gigantic backpack on him. So there you go. But I love that design. Look at this thing. It looks so cool. Megatron, Decepticon symbol right there, which is something I find funny, and I'll show you why here in a moment. So let's get him opened up, and to open him up, you can see he's got a seam going all up and down the center there. So we're just going to grab him and split him in half carefully, and when you do, you're going to find Megatron and, what was his name? Space Warp. I want to make sure I get the right name, just sitting in there, so we can bring these guys in. And we'll put the shell back together and just set it off to the back side there, I suppose. No, I was going to give him his weapons, but I'm not because I want to show off something later. So Space Warp is just pegged in right here. So we'll peg this off. It's got this clip right here, and then Space Warp is tabbed in right there. He's got two little pegs and two little holes on the back of Space Warp right there. So there you go. Now, this thing is cool. It's cool and it's not. Actually, I'm going to open the shell back up, because this looks just like that handgun that G1 Megatron would bring, which is really cool. However, this works as a clip. As you saw, it was clipped in right here on Megatron's chest, and its purpose was to get Space Warp pegged in right there. But that's it. That's the only purpose that this thing has. It doesn't have any pegs, so Megatron can't hold it, and the Pretender shell can't hold it, which is really just a shame. This would have been an incredible weapon. I would have preferred this to be a weapon than this, So, but what are you going to do? That's what they gave us. There are two little I don't know, not slots, but just little indentations here where this can slide in. So for the rest of the video, we can just put this thing in here and not bother with it because we can't use it. So we can just leave that in there, close the shell back up, and we are done. It fell. So that didn't hold. And we'll put Space Warp in his vehicle mode. I like to start from vehicle modes. So let's get these guys to vehicle mode real quick. There we go. I like to start from vehicle modes. Call me crazy. So there we are. So Megatron is also a double pretender. He was holding, the shell was holding both Megatron and Space Warp inside. So Megatron, we've got the tank Megatron. We've got Space Warp here. We'll start with him real quick. He is a repaint of the 2014 Payload figure that came with Cosmos. Though he looks really, really good here, and I think he would make a cool little Astro Train, and I think he's been made into Astro Train. So here in Space Shuttle mode, he's approximately 2 inches long, about 1.5 inches of wingspan, and 1 inch tall at the back of the fins here. So tiny little guy here, and of course, if you flip him over, you can see the entire robot right there. So transformation for this guy is super simple. Take the wings and flip. Look at that gigantic Decepticon symbol. I love that. Take the wings, flip them up, stand them up, and there you go. There's Space Warp in robot mode. That's it. Articulation for this guy, just the arms can swing around just like Haikyuu did with Optimus. So there you go. Now he also has a weapons mode, just like Optimus did. Or rather, Haikyuu. With the arms, you can do whatever you want with the arms. You can bring them back like that, or you can bring them up. It's completely up to you. Again, you kind of have to use your imagination for these weapon modes. I just tend to kind of do that with the arms. And then there's a little peg right there in his chest. We're going to pop that out, and you're going to take his feet and slide these up, just like so. And there is Space Warp's gun mode. And I think this makes a much better gun mode than Haikyuu did with Optimus. I think this works really, really well as a gun mode. And of course, the shell can also hold this guy, just like that. There you go. So that's about it for Space Warp, and we'll move on to Megatron. And Megatron here is a repaint of himself. We've seen Megatron back during the thrilling 30s as Legends Megatron, and it was pretty much this in all silver. Here in tank mode, he's approximately about 3 to 4 inches long, depending on whether you want to go to the front to back or from the back to the cannon. So 3 inches, 4 inches. He's about 1.5 inches tall. He's got little wheels on the bottom there so you can roll him. And that's about it. Great tank with sort of these like metallic green. I don't know how well that's coming off on camera, but the stripes, like all this tiger stripey camo there. It's kind of like this metallic green. And then MGTN 95 on the back quarters here. So Megatron 95. Now, what's odd about this is when I first saw this, it kind of came off to me as an Arctic camo. I thought it was just gray and white. And I think that might have been the fists that was throwing me off, because the fists are white. And then when I really, really took a good look at it, I realized he is in fact gray. If you want to call it silver, I suppose you could call it silver, with that green striping. But here's the thing. This is not really very far off from the Legends that we got. The Legends one was all silver and gray. So I don't know. This really does not emulate a G2 Megatron to me. And I know that for a fact that this is supposed to be a G2 Megatron. Not only because it's a tank, but also because he's got a G2 Decepticon symbol on his chest, we're going to see when we transform him. So I find it odd that they went with this color scheme and not with they could have gone two ways. They could have gone with the green tank with the purple camo, like the G2 tank did. And then there was another G2 Megatron that was a tank that had the foam air-powered darts or missiles, and I want to make a video of that at some point. And that one was mostly purple. That was a purple tank with some black highlights or whatnot. Either one of those paint jobs, I think, would have looked really cool on this little tank here. I would have loved to see this tank, and either one of those paint jobs would have been a much better paint for a G2, and I think he would have just looked awesome. So I kind of wish it would have been green. The turret can rotate, which is really, really cool and kind of impressive for a figure of this size, that you can actually rotate the turret around, all the way around. And you can move the turret a little bit up and down, as you saw. You can move that up just like that. Now, you can get crazy with this guy as well. He does have a port here on the top, and then his fists also have holes there on each side. So you can go nuts here, and you can mount another one of these guns here on the top. And maybe this is the reason they gave him this gun. I don't know. So you can give him that gun there. You can go to one of his fists. You can give him a giant sword and that wheel peg in there as well. And there you go. You can just make the absolute killiest of kill tanks right there. Absolutely ridiculous. And I love it. So, and you can do the same thing in robot mode. So we're going to see that here just now. So let's go there. We are same transformation as we've seen before. If you are familiar with this figure, take the back of the tank, split that in half, and then the legs, just pop up the feet, and these are going to collapse in on themselves. There's a tab here. Let's show it off. Tab there, slot right in there. So just bring this double hinged up and tab that in place. Same thing on this side, and the legs are done. Then you're going to take the turret and you're going to separate it, and you're going to bring these all the way out. Make sure the chest is straight and snap these into place. There is a tab and a slot right there. It's not the most secure, but there you go. Straighten out his arms, and then the gun is on a ball joint here, so you can rotate that out to the side. And you can do one of two things with, actually you can do three things with the gun. You can leave it just like that on the side. You can bring it forward like it was in tank mode, so it could kind of look like he's holding it. What I tend to do is I bring it to the side and then I rotate it. And to me, that would look more... G2 Megatron didn't have a arm cannon. G1 did. So I was about to say, this looks a little more G1-y to me. I don't know. This just seems too long to me. All the way down like that. That just doesn't look good to me. That looks better. But again, you have the option. So either three, I guess, are correct. There's no wrong way to do it. You do it any way you like. And there is G2 Megatron in robot mode, and I absolutely love him. Still love this mode. I think it's really, really cool and fun mode. Here in robot mode, Megatron is about 3.5 inches tall. And unfortunately, the paint job doesn't let us see the face, which is... It's a shame, because that is a really cool head sculpt and a really cool face sculpt that he's got. But you can see that he's got that G2 Decepticon symbol right there on his chest. So again, why is he silver with green stripes? I don't know. I would have liked to see him in green. Just these white highlights, I don't care for these. I don't care for the white helmet. I don't care for the white arms, and I don't care for the white waist. I just don't care for that. A totally different paint job would have been better on this, in my opinion, but enough harping on that. For articulation, the head does not move. I probably should have checked that before I did the video, because I forgot, but there it is. The head doesn't move. Shoulders are on the ball joint, in and out, forward and backwards, rotation all the way around. Elbow is also on a ball joint. No, nothing at the waist. Hips are on ball joints, in and out, forward and backwards, and a hinged knee. So pretty much the same articulation that you had with Optimus. And now you can start getting nuts here. So we've got that port on this arm here that we used earlier in the tank mode. So we can use that, and you can peg a gun there. You can use that peg, or that do it that way, or you can do it this way. Either way works just fine. Then we can take Space Warp, and we're going to give him Space Warp also. And what is cool about this Megatron is he can hold all the weapons and stand on his own with all the weapons. He is a living weapon. And then also this gigantic sword, we can give that to him too. And there, let me see if I can get him to stand the way I had him the other day. Because it's just crazy and ridiculous. Now it's getting heavy. I've been playing with him so much, I think I've loosened the ball joints a little bit. And he's kind of falling forward on me now, which is a shame. But also, it just goes to show how much fun I've been having with him. There you go. Look at that craziness. Yeah, Megatron can hold all the weapons. And there you go. That's just crazy. It's so much fun. These really are fun figures, guys. I'm really glad that I got these. I had canceled my subscription service about a year or two ago. After the Orion Pax figure came out, I had canceled my subscription service. So when these figures came out, I really kind of kicked myself in the butt because I missed out on them. I'm so glad that I was able to have the opportunity to go back and get them now, because I really, really do enjoy these. And again, I've been enjoying Pretenders so much that I just thought both of these were such a cool idea. I'm just really glad that I was able to get them. So I think that, let me, before we go there, make sure I got them straight for a nice outshot. There you go. And I think about that about covers the Transformers figure subscription service Pretender Megatron. Guys, as of the time of this recording, they are still on the website, so go check them out. Go pick one up. Let me know what you thought of this video and what would you like to see me review next. Let me know by leaving me a comment. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.